I decided to take revenge on my wife for cheating. Anton Seliverstov, having completed his 3-month shift, was returning home. The man received his salary and went to his beloved wife Victoria. A high-speed train was rushing him to his hometown. 6 months ago, the couple bought a new apartment. Anton had to work hard and a lot. For several months, he worked hard to make a modern renovation in the apartment. Now Victoria was eager to provide decent housing. Antosha, everything should be at 10 points. No worse than the others. During the forced separation, Anton missed his beloved Vika very much. He missed warmth and comfort terribly. And most of all, normal human conditions. Seliverstov left the station building and went to the flower stand. For a long time and meticulously chose a bouquet of flowers for his busty beauty Victoria. Then I got into a taxi and 15 minutes later I was standing on the doorstep of the house. He famously climbed for floors and was about to insert the key into the keyhole, but smiled and changed his mind. Holding out a huge bouquet of scarlet roses in front of him, Anton rang the bell. It was quiet outside his apartment door for a couple of minutes. The man was already reaching into his pocket for the key when suddenly the door swung open. A big young man in his housecoat appeared in front of Anton. The smile on Anton's face instantly turned into a grimace of amazement. At this moment, the brute rudely barked, "Man, what do you want? Did you get the wrong apartment?" The confused man fell into a stupor. For a moment, it seemed to him that he had actually rung someone else's doorbell. When he came to his senses, he mumbled indistinctly, "I think I got it mixed up. And not just the apartment." The door slammed in front of him again. Anton stood on the landing for a minute, flexing his jaw and gritting his teeth. Wild thoughts were racing through his mind. What should I do now? Punch this goat in the face? Deal with your wife? Anton was overwhelmed by emotions, but the man was afraid that he would do something stupid under their influence. Glancing at the door he had installed himself, he quickly turned around and went downstairs. The flowers flew into the urn. Anton called a taxi and went to his best friend Vitaly. I went to a pieterica near his house and armed myself with 2 bottles of vodka and a snack. His childhood friend greeted him with joyful hugs. "My friend, we will drink Armenian cognac on your return. We haven't seen each other for 3 months." After the second drink, Anton told his friend what had happened to him. By the way, Vitaly had Armenian blood in his veins and, with the temperament inherent in this nation, he immediately bulged his huge brown eyes at his friend. "What are you talking about? Here's a snake. I would have killed right away." He jumped up and slammed his fist on the table. Anton sat his friend down. They drank cognac. Then the debate took place under vodka. After the second bottle, Vitalik whispered excitedly, "No, my friend. You can't just leave this case like that. We must take revenge." Anton looked into his friend's eyes for a few minutes, and then nodded in agreement. "Let's take revenge." The friends staggered off to Seliverstov's house. The taxi took them to their destination very quickly, so they did not have time to agree on how the process of revenge would take place. Anton's head was spinning from the alcohol. He looked up at the familiar windows. The light was on in the bedroom. "Well, I'll show them now." "Stop it," he roared. The friends went up to the 4th floor. Vitaly immediately pounded on the door, repeatedly pressing the bell button. "You insolent bastard, you seduced a friend's wife. Open the door. Now I'm going to punch you in your boorish face in full." Suddenly, the door opened. A fist quickly flew out from behind her, smashed into Vitaly's proud, aquiline nose. He fell. The door slammed shut. "Holy shit," that's all Vitalik said, wiping the blood from his broken nose. "That bastard." A wave of anger washed over Anton. He helped his friend to stand up, and then with a strong kick knocked the door off its hinges. She fell flat into the dark hallway. The comrades rushed into the apartment like 2 angry bulls. The angry men rushed from room to room, but the lover was nowhere to be found. Victoria was squealing in fright in the kitchen, trying to call her mother. "Where is he?" Anton growled. "Maybe he jumped off the balcony," Vitalik suggested. There was a commotion in the hallway. The friends rushed there. The big guy was lying under the broken door and moaning. It turns out that he was looking through the peephole, wanting to see firsthand that his sparkling blow had reached its target. And then bang, and he's at the door. In addition to a strong blow, 2 ponderous bison swept over the mountain lover. Now he looked so pitiful that the drunken avengers didn't beat him anymore. Suddenly, the heart-rending scream of Anton's mother-in-law came from the landing. "Good people, help, they're killing me." The woman screamed all over the house. Anton and Vitaly sobered up immediately. Satisfied with the result of the revenge, they left the scene. The next day, Anton filed for divorce. A week later, Vitaly, stroking his blue nose as he escorted him to his watch, said, "And yet, Anton, we've had a great revenge on that rhino. And if you get married again, call me. I'll help you if anything."